Hello, everybody. On this day in 1938, Sigmund Freud was beginning his life in London. Friends of his had managed to secure a journey for this 82-year-old, very sick with cancer of the jaw, Freud, from his home in Vienna to London, because he was obviously in danger. His books had been burnt 5 years earlier by the Nazis, but he was very relaxed about it. He said back in different times that had been burning me, but now it's only my books. Um, well, uh, he was really escaping from the truth of the matter, that he was in danger. The Nazis called his psychoanalytical approach Jewish pseudoscience, and they were not going to allow somebody like him to be around, ill though he was, when they finally took Austria. And when the invasion began in 1938, and two of his children, Anna and Martin, were both interrogated by the Gestapo, but then released. Finally, the message seems to have got through to him that he was not invincible, that they would come for him. Previously, he seems to have thought that providing human beings could sort out their Oedipal complexes and their death wishes and all the other problems of their internal psyches, all would be well and peace would return. He didn't seem to give due credence to the power of evil that was let loose by the Nazi regime. And it struck me that it was worth recalling today that although there is plenty wrong in the way that we human beings are and deal with each other, and we long to put ourselves right so that we can become individually more generous, more courageous, more loving people, actually there is a kind of evil which is beyond just individual human beings, that seems to be a corporate thing, that gets into institutions, that gets into nations, that gets into groups of people, that makes them behave in ways that sometimes individually they'd never dream of behaving like. But when together in a group, somehow all sorts of evil things can happen. St. Paul in the New Testament describes this. He has a word for it, or a phrase for it. He calls it the principalities and powers, and says that God, through Christ, is battling against these as strongly as he is against individual human sinfulness. And I just thought today it was worth remembering that that is a powerful reality in our world today. And wherever we spot that kind of evil in the institutions of which we're part or which we know about, then we need to do all that we can to combat it, because it can cause enormous damage.